Yeah. So we'll start. So what we'll do today and why we'll do today. Okay. So I think all of you have gone through my YouTube lectures of Jenkins. If not, please go through. And today will be the final session of Jenkins. Okay. So now we have completed AWS, those four sessions. I think if you don't have, you can. I will put those in YouTube also. And this Jenkins. Okay. So these two are completed after today's session. So you are ready for interview, for giving interviews. Okay. AWS and Jenkins, if you have done, you are ready for interviews. After that, I will start Kubernetes. Kubernetes, I'll not start like a traditional Kubernetes. What I will do, I'll take a project and will start doing the Kubernetes. Maybe in the Jenkins, I'll start deploying in Kubernetes. That will help you more. Okay. But there are few concepts, three concepts are there today, which I'll discuss in Jenkins, which is beneficial for your interview purpose, for your practical scenarios also. Sometimes it's helpful, sometimes it's not, depends on your requirement. Okay. So one thing which is very asked commonly, I will discuss whatever. After that, I thought to have interview sessions also, or from next session, from tomorrow maybe, the interview sessions will start. And in that meantime, I'll go through Kubernetes interviews also along with the sessions. So in that way, so what you can do, those who want to switch very early, like within 1 month or so, what they can do, they can go through my Jenkins session first, okay, before going through AWS. If you're not able to do practically, just go through the sessions. In that, I have discussed many interview questions. So just note down the questions, okay, and get the answers from the video itself you will get. So that will be enough. No need to do the practical. And those who have time, I'm recording this because later other participants will also watch Prakriti and Shubham and all. Okay, so they can also generalize on that part. Okay, so those who have some time, 2 to 3 months, what they can do that practically. So while doing practically, you will face issues. It's not like same way you are doing and you will face issues. Same way I am doing, I will face issues. Okay. Maybe sometimes some dependencies check will happen and you will face issues in installing Jenkins, in running the jobs. So at that time, what you have to do, you have to do some debug like how this issue is coming. That's what I have learned. So when I was doing, I also faced issues. Okay. So what I did debug, and even after debugging, if you're not able to resolve, just drop a message to me that you are not able to resolve. I can connect. Okay. But if you go through this YouTube lectures, right, especially this Jenkins, whatever I send the playlist, your mostly Jenkins is over. Okay. Your Jenkins will not have any issues. Okay. So where is my videos? So this is one CI/CD part. Okay. Interview part. And this is a very important session. If you just go through this, suppose you don't have time to watch these four things, okay. So what you can do, you can go through this CICD interview part one. Okay. So that,
स्क्रीन शो नहीं हो रहा आपका।
oh my God, 1 second. Okay. So what you can do, you can go through these four videos. Suppose you don't have time. Okay, what you can do, you can just go through this CICD. This I have not made it public. Okay. What I can do, I can share the URL with you and you can unlisted means you can I can share the URL, you can access. Okay. So in that way, you can make sure like your interview preparation is over. Or if you have time, if 3 months time or 4 months time or 6 months time, then just slowly go through all these four. Try to do the practicals. Once you do all the practicals, you are ready for cracking any high level interviews also. Okay, it's not like I have done very layman terms. Okay, static code analysis and all. These are not layman things which we have done. So definitely you can crack interviews. So what I thought to take interview session today, but I thought to discuss some concept of Jenkins which is left. So one which is basically asked is in interviews also. This is a very famous question now. Earlier it was not used to ask much. Shared libraries. What is shared libraries? Okay. And the next is the how will you control your users? This is uh, access control. So this is not much important, but just for knowledge purpose, you can let it know. You can, if anyone asks, you can just tell. So the second is the seeing the variables. Okay. So one, so we'll just see what is shared libraries. So I have already installed Jenkins. Okay. So suppose I'm writing any job. Okay. So let's say job A. Okay. And so always go through pipeline because industry, I can have demo with the freestyle project, but that's only for the demo. Okay. It will be of no use. Okay. So, so one difference which I was discussing earlier, this triggers people used to ask many questions from the interview. Okay. So first, I think this, if you take this, build after the projects are built. Okay. So suppose job A is running, and job B is running. You want job B to run only after job A is completed. Okay. So interdependency you can do. Trigger only if build is true. So these are very basic terms you can analyze. So I was asked like what is build periodically? Okay. So build periodically means you can put some cron job. Start to by and then start. Has joined. 1 second. नहीं नहीं charge के लिए नहीं okay so guys let me put the charge yeah so where okay so build periodically means you can have cron jobs like every month e- every Monday every 5 p.m. in 1 minute you should this job should be done okay so basically for bad jobs you can just do that okay now build periodically so I was asked the difference between this build periodically and policy. Okay, what is policy and build period? This is also schedule, this is also schedule. Okay, so build policy is suppose you have a GitHub repo. Okay, so as soon as some changes happen in the repo, some changes, any change, suppose a full stop, even if you will change, the job should run. Okay, I have told this answer. Okay, they said like if it is there, then what is build period? So I said like it's just a cron job, you can run every job, but it's not like we have to give some interval. Okay, it's if I do any changes, then only it should run. If I don't do changes, the job will not run. So then he asked me the question: if it is the same concept, then what is GitHub trigger? Because actually, this is the answer. GitHub trigger is hook trigger is suppose you do any changes in your GitHub repo, it will run. Then what is the difference? So he got me confused. Like GitHub hook trigger, this answer is the best answer. Then what is pole SCM? So actually the answer is whole SCM and GitHub trigger is same, almost. What is the difference? GitHub trigger, suppose I do change, it will just go ahead. It will run. Okay. Whole SCM what it will do, suppose you have done some cron job, cron expression you have done. That every 5 minutes, Jenkins will check if there are any changes in the repo. So this is the difference. Like it will check every 5 minutes, every 10 minutes, or every month, whatever you do. It will check every 5 minutes that if there are any changes, then only it will trigger. But GitHub hook trigger, as soon as you do changes, it will re-trigger your job. Then it will leave. Again, if you do some changes, it will re-trigger. But this is like every 5 minutes it will check whether there are any changes or not. But every 10 minutes it will check. Every 1 hour it will check. Every 24 hours it will check. Every 1 day it will check. Every 1 month it will check. Every 1 year it will check. Whatever the cron expression you will type, So this is the basic difference which as also build periodically is just to schedule the job. GitHub hook trigger is your changes will be in the repo, it will trigger. Pool SCM is you can have a cron job to check whether there are any changes in certain interval of time. Okay. So this is the difference between these three, which is very famously asked in many interviews. Okay. So there is one company called Enphase Energy. So I was initially learning Jenkins at the time. So I got confused in these two things, three things. Okay. I was not able to answer properly. Okay. So that's the thing. Again, we will come to our next section, which is mostly asked like, what is this shared libraries? Very important concept, this shared libraries. So shared libraries, whenever you are using, how interview questions are asked. So whenever I'm, oh man, so much sound. Okay, what is shared libraries? So how the questions will be asked? Questions will not be asked like what are shared libraries. Questions will be asked like, I am using pipeline script, right? There are certain scripts which are repetitive, which are repetitive. I don't want repeat. I don't want redundancy. Is the spelling? I don't want redundant. Redundancy means uh, repeatability. Okay. So suppose in after every code you run, you just write echo process completed, echo process completed, echo process completed. On GitHub, every time you are pulling your same code every time again and again. You don't want to run it every time, right? Or different projects. Suppose job A has the same configuration, job B has the same configuration, job C has the same configuration, but then certain parameters are changing. Okay. So you don't want repetitiveness. So at that time, you use shared libraries. So you can so if such questions are asked, you have to tell we can use shared libraries to reduce the repetitiveness or to increase your reusability. So that's the terms you have to use. Reusability. Okay. Now comes the concept part. So from interview point of view, now you are able to answer. After that, if someone wants to write you the code, then only you will get stuck. Otherwise, if someone is asking you in verbal, you are gone. You are over with the questions. Okay, as soon as you he hears the name of reusability and shared libraries, you can just now if they ask like how will you do? So what I have done is suppose github.com. So what I have done, I have made a different kind of repo, different repo at all. So if you say Jenkins shared libraries, right? And in that I have kept vars. Okay. So you have to make this too. Okay. This name can be customized, Jenkins shared libraries. Keep the vars like that. Okay. This you can just put gen kind I have given. So it should be Jenkins or that's fine. Whatever it's that. Okay. And then suppose I'm adding one file. Okay. Hello world. Now you have to give the extension as Groovy because these all are Groovy scripting. Okay. Now syntax. How will be the syntax? So you have to write def call one function name, and in that I have given. So if you see here, although this is for Docker, but I'll just show you here how he has written. Okay. So whatever we can write here, sh, and you don't have to write sh. You just can write echo hello world. Okay. This is fine. This I also I'll show you in some time. Okay. Def echo hello world. I'll just commit the changes. Now I'm going to the Jenkins. Okay. Now right now I'm giving hello world. Right. So I'm not in the stage. I'm just putting hello world. I'll just save it. Oh man, what happened? Login again. So my username is Jenkins. What happened? Configure. Ma. বাবাকে ডাকছে Okay. So I'll just click on build now. So I have put in a T2 micro. So that's why you should not put in T2 micro. Otherwise you'll face this issue. Okay. So I have to put every time online. So now if you see, simple thing. And if I go to the log, output log, or yeah. So hello world got printed. So here I have not used shared libraries. Now we will use shared libraries. Okay. Now, what in the shared libraries? How will you use shared libraries? Okay, so one question has been asked earlier, like how the Jenkins will know that I have to use this repo for shared libraries. Okay, I have to use this repo for shared libraries. Okay, so just listen very carefully, concentrate on this. Okay, how will you use shared libraries? First, you have to clone this repo. Just click on this. There is no other way to understand this except you are seeing this, and this is the only way. It's not very rocket science, just you have to know the pattern so that in the interview you have to if anyone asks like you use shared libraries, how will you use shared libraries? So you have to go, I have to go to the system, okay, manage Jenkins and system. Now you have to click on Control F and just type shared. If you see global trusted shared pipeline library, just go ahead and add. You can put any name. I have put shared default version. Your you can put the branch name main and see. I am putting this. Okay. Now, this repo, do you think this needs credentials to clone it? This does not need credentials. Okay. Because I have made it public. If you go to the settings, I have made it public. Okay. You can just change the visibility to private. Okay. If it is not public, you will not get this option private. Okay. So you can change it to private. When you change it to private, you have to add your credentials like username and the password. So right now, username and password is not username and password. Username and key, right? The JPG key. So you have to go to the settings and the developer, right? Here you have to go and get the. If you don't know, just I'll just show you one time. Okay. So you have to go to the settings. I think those who know Jenkins, they are much aware. Okay. Now the password, if you put it, it will not be just password, right? And if you go to there's a developer profile was there, not here. Mm. Oh, it changed a bit. Developer settings, you have to go, and then you have to go to personal access token, go to classic because find it is still in preview stage. You will not get. So you will just delete and generate a new token. Okay. So I have already generated a token with a no expiration date. I have just kept it always with me. Okay, here. So that's why I have the token. You can have the token. So you have to go give in the credentials. Okay. So right now my what do you say? My repo is public. So in the shared libraries, you have put your repo where your shared libraries are present. So again, I'm going to the repo so that at least you will be able to know. So first I have created a repo called Jenkins shared library. It should be Jenkins. Then I have created a vars folder and the script name docker push, and in that I have just used call. Okay. And I have given the whatever I have to give. Okay. So this is the concept. Hello world I have just put. Define call echo hello world. Now what I will do, where I was. So now I have done that. Okay. Now again you have to go to the job. So I'll recap it. Don't worry. I'll recap it. How will I put shared libraries? Now it's not like you can put like that. Okay. You have to put library. And what was my library name? Shared. Now as soon as you put it, there will be error. Okay. Still not error. Great. It doesn't have error. Yeah. See, I told you right. There will be error. Okay. So what you have to do to resolve this error? Just click on here. One blank space and one dash. Now this error will be gone. If I save on this, the error will not be populated. See? So even if for you, so this is the thing. For you, maybe error will come. So just wait for 1 minute. It will go. The error will go. Don't just go ahead and say like error is still coming. Just wait for 1 minute. This will go. So this is the syntax, guys. There is no someone. If I was seeing some tutorial, they have asked like why this dash. This is how the Jenkins are made. The Jenkins developers will know. You don't have to know. So now I was doing it manually, right? Echo hello world. Now what I will do? Steps. I'll just put one script block and I'll call this function. Whatever the hello world name, right? Hello world. Hello world. Right? Let's see now. Build. So it will come with this build file. Loading libraries failed. Okay, maybe Java is not installed. Java is installed. Okay, yeah, I don't have Git installed. 1 second, guys, because Git is they need Git here actually because it's pulling, right? This repo it's pulling. I've showed you, right? This Jenkins shared library it's pulling, right? So I don't have Git, so that's why it's showing there. Let me install Git. So through the error, so this is one learning also. Like you will face error, you will learn. So you said like just loading shared libraries and Git. It is trying to check the Git version. And if you see checkout failed, it means your this repo checkout is getting failed because Git is not installed. Okay, so you have to install the Git. So through the error, I got to know like this Git is not installed. So what I'll do, I'll install Git. So to em install Git. Hyphen. So I thought to install all the tools first, then only show the demo. But if I'll install all the tools and show you the demo, maybe you'll not realize like what are the things needed and all. Right. So let's build now. Okay. I think I have to make the node online again because it's offline. So this is I am doing it T2 micro because already my bill is very high right now. Okay. Okay. So still some issue is define call. Okay. Start a file. First time. Sure. Okay, it's saying like it's calling, like define call, it's happening, but they are saying like something we have to give here. Why? We just use define call. Pass anything? Alright. 1 second. Hello world. Hmm. Let's make some file. Touch file.txt. Let's see if it works or not. Okay, I think the syntax is a bit wrong because here if you see the syntax, yeah, so syntax was wrong. Okay, because if you see the syntax, I thought it's a Python syntax mostly it used to resemble because it's a Groovy syntax it used to be a bit different. Okay, so let's have this one. It has to be bracket and whatever you're printing earlier, we'll print. Oh man. So in Python, whenever you used to actually Python also def keyword is there for calling any function, but then you have to put the I mean the colon sign. But here you have to put the bracket sign. So don't get confused with the Python. If you know Python, sometimes what I used to put colon here. But if you see here, I got error message because it's a Groovy syntax. Groovy syntax is a bit different. Okay, don't confuse with Python syntax ever. So I used to get confused mostly. Let's build, and again I have to put the online. This is okay. Let's go to the job again. Now it's successful. Right? Hello world. So see, now I have not defined hello world. Now I have not defined hello world. Oh, again I built. I was taught to configure it. Let it run. Okay. So I just call this hello world. It got printed. Now, what is the benefit? Suppose some other job is running somewhere. In that, I have to put echo hello world. So I'll just give this function name. One time I'm defining here and using it 50 times. I have not have to write echo hello world everywhere. Now this is very small thing you have. You can write thousands of echoes here, right? Echo this thing, some script you can run whenever you want. You can put 1,000 lines here and you can just call this function anywhere. It will run everything. Okay. That's why even in Docker I have done. Just I have pushed the Docker image. I have made a script like uh, it will push your Docker image to the Docker repo, Docker Hub repo. So if you see whatever we are putting earlier in the script, I just put it here and just called it. So you just try from your own end. Okay, I can do this, but you just try. Just make pull some Docker image. Okay, and send it to Docker Hub repo. Okay, if you're not able to do, let me know. I'll just. So you know the syntax, right? So I faced issues here. 2 or 3 issues I faced, right? And I resolved those. Okay, so once you do, you will face issues. Syntax issue, small issues. See, syntax issues were there. I was not putting this bracket, I was putting colon. Okay, because in Python, colon used to be there. Okay, so don't get confused on that part. And even if you get confused, try it. Face issues, again, just try it. Okay. So, guys, you know the concept of Jenkins shared library. This is a very important interview questions. Okay. Now, tell me in Jenkins shared library, so many things we did. So, what is the first point? You have to write your Jenkins file, Jenkins script, pipeline script. Okay. Now, you have to make one repo, any name you can give. You have to put was, okay, one folder. You have to give the script name, whatever script name you want, dot groovy, syntax is this. And then what you have to do, how Jenkins will know that they have to use this repo. What I have done, I have gone to manage Jenkins. Okay, I have got to system. I just put share, so or trust, anything you can put, or libraries. Okay, you'll see something called global trusted pipeline libraries. Put any name you want. Default version I'm putting as main because it refers to your main branch. Keep this like this, whatever. Now you have to give the repo where your shared libraries are present. I have given this shared libraries name. If you are private, you just put your credential. Once you do this, you have to go to the your main job. Why you have to go to main job? Because there you want to use your shared libraries. Right? You are just going to the main job, configure, and then put at the rate of library. And this is what this name, whatever you have given, right? In that shared, I have given that. And after that, you have to put blank space and this dash. Otherwise, you will face error. Now tell me, guys, so many things we did. I'm putting much time in this because people used to get confused. So many things are there. Okay. But this is very basic. Interview part, you if I ask you some question right now, you can give the answer. Okay. But from knowledge part, you have to do all this kind of things. Okay. So just see the video, rewind it, and see it once again, guys. Half an hour it took to make this understand for you. Now tell me, guys, 1 minute I will just put 33. Okay. 20 or 30 seconds. Let me know where you faced issue. Which things you are not able to understand here. If I'll not get any answer, I will take it as yes, you are able to understand.
अभी देखो करते हैं फिर अगर कोई इशू आएगा तो पूछते हैं
Okay. But you
ये
are
तो
able to understand, right? Whatever I
हाँ हाँ
did here.
हम्म,
Any problems understanding? While doing, you will face issues, definitely. Why this is running, man? Let me cancel this. Okay. So while doing, you will face issues, but concept-wise, you should be clear. That's fine. If concept-wise, you should be clear. Okay. Next thing which I'll do is so sometimes it happens now. Like suppose two jobs are running, right? And from job A, I have to pass some parameters to job B. Okay. So that's very easy actually. So I have already job A uh, configure and oh man, suppose I have to pass some parameters. Okay. So I am passing parameters to job B. Job B. Any parameter. Right now I'm taking an example. So I've already taken the sample thing. Oh man, where it go? Yeah. So suppose there is a variable. Okay. Suppose this is the variable. Okay. Now let's put this. It's better. So what is the syntax? So you have to put a script. Okay. And pass variable whatever the stage you want, wherever you want. Suppose you have put many scripts. Now at last step you want to pass a variable. Okay. So you have to give this build job B parameters like this. This you want to pass. Okay. And in the job B, you have to receive it like this. So let's see it for the practical. I think that's more. Easy. This is very easy thing. Don't consider it's very okay. So you just go ahead passing variables from one job to another. So I'm just giving in the same job, guys. Okay. Okay. Pass variable job B environment dot var. Okay. F dot myvar. So it will get printed. So what you can do, you can just uh, once print it echo dollar and dot. We'll just print it also so that uh, I'm removing this now because I don't have real job. Let's see it's printing or not first. Then we'll pass this. Save. So Jenkins is easy, guys, but the thing is like the steps are a bit long, right? This we are doing there, this we think there, and so that thing people used to get confused. And um, DevOps is a bit vast course. It's tough. It's not tough. It's easy, but since AWS is coming into picture, and then Jenkins is coming into picture, so sometimes people used to get much diverged, like they used to get deviated. Like, what is this thing's happening? So let's see. So hello from job A, it got printed. Now this hello from job A, it got printed in job A. Right? I have run job A. Same thing I want to get printed in job B. Okay. But with the parameters passing from job A. Okay. So let's make another job, job B. Okay. So job B and then write some pipeline script. I already written this. Okay. So let's this is job B.
सॉरी।
Prakriti.
हेलो। अरे हम भूल गए
No
थे।
problem. We are recording. Okay.
अच्छा, अच्छा।
So this is new
ओके।
concept. 1 second, guys. Let me. Hey, Sonali, दरवाजा बंद करो. हल्ला कर रही है. Okay, guys. So Prakriti, I'll just quickly have a demo. Okay. So the
या,
things
या।
like it, say. So sometimes it happens, right? There is two jobs running in Jenkins, right? Job A and job B. So sometimes it happens like job A, say there are some variables which has to be passed to job B from job A. Okay. So what are the things? What are the conditions? How we can do this? That's what we are seeing. Okay. So
ओके।
I have
रिजल्ट ऑफ जॉब ए विल बी द इनपुट ऑफ
result. Yeah, result of job. Yeah, you can
जॉब बी।
consider. Okay. You can put it in a
ओके।
variable and you can pass it. So right now what I'm
हाँ,
doing, uh, I'm just putting one variable. I'm just taking one variable. In this variable, we'll pass it there. Okay. So, and then we'll go to job B. We'll just receive it. Okay. Yeah. Oh, this is job A. Okay. I'm getting confused, guys. This is job B, right? So I will be just receiving this. Okay. So first let's go to job A and pass it first. Then we'll receive it here. How we will receive it, we'll see. Okay. So, params. Okay. Params. Let's be params. So, dashboard. Now go to job A. How will you pass it to job B? So I have already the script. Okay, let's me go to this. Okay, great. I'm passing it like this. Build job. So if you see there is a blank space, so you have to give the blank space. You cannot give underscore, dash or anything. Build job. What is the job B name? Okay. So I have given job B. Job B. There is no there is a gap between job and job. Job and B. So if you don't have any, so exact name you have to give the job. Parameters. What is my parameters? Number or string or any other thing. So I have number. And what I'm giving the number, what I'm giving the param, my param. Okay, this can you can give your own name. What is the value? Value I am giving this value. Hello from job A should be printed. So how you can put it and dot my value, just like here. Okay, actually it should be like this. Dot my value. Okay, in that way you can pass it. Okay. Now you have to receive it also, right? In the job B. How will you receive it?